it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess.
And Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo.
And we have another podcast for you today. It's August 7th. No, August 6th. We just had the discussion. 2016, and we are in beautiful Rockledge, Florida at my parents' house. So you will hear noise, right?
Exactly. There's lots of people.
Yeah, I would say, how many people are there in the house today?
I don't know. I've got my daughter and her daughter, my 19-month-old granddaughter.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, I've been having fun with her. And then we've got our nephews and our sister. And anyway, lots of people here.
I think there's got to be at least a dozen
yeah.
people, easily. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Yeah, so we're sneaking off. We are behind locked doors in the computer / I don't know what room of my parents' house.
Kind of a school room.
Yeah, because they do some homeschooling with one of their grandkids. So, but yeah, so we thought we would just slip away. And so if you hear a little background noise,
or somebody trying to open the door,
or yeah, somebody trying to break in here, that's what's going on. So, but yeah, we're going to start with right into the crafting and talk about some finished objects. So, what do you have, Terry?
Well, I have a couple of things. The first one I'll show. We actually talked about this the last time we were together.
Yes.
I bought some yarn and gave it to my sister for her to make me something, and she finished it.
Yay.
And it is beautiful.
It's bigger than I thought it was going to turn out
Which
to
is
be.
actually, I'm glad it was, because I do go to church, and when I do go to church, they crank the air up because, you know, we're in our lightweight dresses and the men are in their heavy suits, and we freeze to death.
Yes.
And so I can wrap this around
Perfect color.
my arms and let's see. Or I could wear it, you know, as a scarf, kind of like this. You know, of course it would look better.
And I pretty much used, I think there was a little bit left. I'm very bad at guessing when I'm going to end, because with knitting you have to bind off. So with crochet, when you're done, you just pull it out, you're done. With knitting you have to bind off, and so the longest part of this, the long side, not the short side, I had to bind off that whole way, and you have to have yarn left over to do the bind off, and then if you run out, that's not good.
I know nothing about knitting.
That's very bad.
It's a foreign language for me.
So I always get very paranoid that I'm not going to have enough, and then what ends up is I always have more left over than I want. But I didn't have a whole lot left over. I said I did pretty well on this. So
Can
I
you
used,
see the variegation?
Yeah, this was 50 shades of gradient yarn, 50 shades of gradient in the turquoise colorway. And if you look at the last podcast that we did together, we showed, I don't know if I'd started it yet, but I had the cake stuff so you could see it.
I think a little bit.
Yeah, I think I just started it, but you could see. And all I did is all garter stitch, and it's basically, you cast on 3, and then you just increase, you do garter stitch the whole way and increase on each end, and it just grows and grows like this. All right, so any newbie knitters out there, it's a very simple, I did get it from a pattern, I can't remember the name of it now, some German thing, but it's really just increased and make a big old triangle.
Big old triangle, which is great. There's different ways you could
and
wear
you could
this.
even, I didn't really, I washed it and lightly blocked it, but if you wanted to stretch it more, because it's wool, you could pull it and it would probably stretch more.
Yeah, this will be perfect. I live in Louisiana. It's August. It's still very, very hot. Like I said, I'll be wearing it to church. I have a really fun dress that kind of reminds me of water. With these colors, it'll look really nice.
Yeah, that's nice about that, because it is the gradient. It's got, you know, from light to dark, so you can wear it with a lot of, as long as there's some turquoise in whatever you're wearing.
Yeah, what I got on.
Fine. Yeah, it does. So that's my finished object.
The other thing that I wanted to show you, about a week or so ago, I went to a function, again, a church function with the ladies. It was like a timeout thing locally. And they told us to bring just a t-shirt that we would want to cut up. And so, and I have made this before, but we made a bag. What we did, let's see, I don't know if the shirt part, you just cut it off.
Actually,
here.
if you turn it around, you can see it's more of a t-shirt.
Yeah, it is a t-shirt.
So this is what the front of the t-shirt. Oh, that
was
was
the back.
Oh,
this
I
was
see.
the front.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cut the neck out, and then you cut the arms, and so that's your handles. Now, when I first cut this, I didn't cut the neck part deep enough because I was cutting into this. I wanted I wanted you to be able to see We Love to Dance on there. So I probably could have cut a little bit longer, and maybe I could do it at the front. I don't know. But
Right.
this actually will work great for like going to the grocery store or just
Right.
throwing
And then
stuff in
the
there.
ends you do actually similar to those blankets, those no-sew
Right.
blankets. So you cut fringe and then you knot them, and you can either do it where the knots are inside or outside.
Yeah, this is like, I like the fringe, so I knotted it like that. If you don't like the fringe, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like at the bottom.
I might do this with my craft club. I have my students. I might have them, and then they could use those as little knitting project bags.
Oh, this would be perfect for
Yeah.
knitting project bags or
Yeah.
any knitting
Yeah,
any project
definitely.
bag. Yeah.
So otherwise, we do have a little bit of finished jewelry. She probably has more than I do. I didn't bring a lot with me. I am still giving away earrings to people randomly. Here's one pair that I made recently, and the supplies from these came from one of the bargain bead boxes, which I will say that the bargain bead box is basically, I think it's kind of like leftover stuff. It's a closeout, so it's just kind of a mishmash of stuff and very inexpensive. $15.95 a month. You don't know. I mean, most of the stuff is not. It's not silver or silver plated or
No.
anything like that, but it's not too
It's
bad.
good quality,
it's
though.
pretty for the price for $15.95.
It's really good quality.
So I've been making a lot of just real simple earrings. Like these are similar to what I give away, and I gave away 3 pairs. Yesterday I went through the drive-thru at the bank and I gave her a pair, and then when I went to grocery shop I gave one to the cashier and I gave one to the lady behind me. So, like, whatever. I mean, then I'm going to make more, and I mean these are like pennies, right? So I get to make more jewelry, but otherwise that's kind of I've just been kind of making a lot of earrings lately still.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's got some cool jewelry you've been making now.
Yeah, I actually went somewhere and I saw something that I thought, that is really cool. So I did some investigating, and this is what I came up with. Whoops.
Those
There
she
you
made
go.
for me.
These are my sisters. I've got some similar to them on. This, at the bottom, is an alligator gar scale. Now, they're very
They're very light.
They're very hard, though.
Right.
The Native Americans actually in this area used to use these as arrowheads. Very sharp.
Wow, I could see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
almost they remind me of bone. Like if you've ever had bone beads, which I'm
Mhm.
not a huge fan of because of course you know where the bones came from and all that.
Exactly.
But it's got that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
It's very lightweight.
Well, when I first glanced at the, they make pictures and stuff out of a lot of this. And when I first saw them at this craft fair making these wall hangings or whatever,
oh, you mean like they glue them or something?
they glue them like it maybe a
Oh.
fit. They may make a fish, and then they'll
Okay.
put these as the scales. A lot of the lady that I saw, she was making like crosses, like wall hangings with crosses, and she'd glue these, and they're different colors. She would dye these. But I thought they were shark's tooth at first, and I got
Yeah,
to look
they
and I
do look
thought,
like that.
It doesn't look like a shark's tooth, kind of. They're actually scales. And if you're not familiar with an alligator gar, Google search it. It's a very creepy looking, like a prehistoric looking fish. And to think that these are the scales.
Oh, I thought these came actually from an alligator.
No, an alligator gar it's like a fish.
Oh.
It's got a long nose with lots of teeth, and
okay.
these are the scales. So I'm thinking that must be one heavy fish.
yeah, because these are quite. I mean, they're lightweight, but they're substantial feel to them. They're not
Right.
flimsy. Like you could probably with some effort break it, but you'd have to really be
Well,
pushing
and they
hard.
don't come with the holes in them.
Yeah.
So my kind husband drilled the holes for me, and then I was able to.
Did he use a Dremel?
No, just a drill.
Oh,
With a
okay.
little
So if
bit.
you had a drill with a small drill bit, you
That
could
would
do the
work
holes.
too,
Okay,
yeah,
just
yeah.
gotta hold it.
You got to hold it,
Yeah.
And this is just a pendant. I thought maybe
So okay,
a
so
guy
you
would
wire
like
wrap
this,
it.
just
That's
wire
nice.
wrap
Yeah,
it.
like on a piece of leather or something, or like hemp. That would
hemp.
look cool.
Yeah. Now my other sister, she can't wear earrings, so I made her this.
The charm with the mermaid.
Charm with the mermaid on
Cute.
it. She's like, oh, I know exactly. I have a chain that I know I can wear that with. So
Cool.
that's about it. I've been working on.
That's neat.
So
Yeah, so those are our finished objects and works in progress. If you've been watching any of my other videos, then you may know that I have been talking about sewing, and I dug out my sort of extra spare bedroom with, it's kind of like the junk room, spare bedroom. If something happens, guest
got
room.
one of those.
Yeah.
The pilot room, our
Yeah.
grandmother used to call it. Pilot here, pilot
Oh,
there.
right. Say what? And so one of the things I've been wanting to do are make doll dresses or little doll clothes. And this doll, this is a Blythe doll. This is Ella, aka Monique Magnifique, and she's wearing the outfit she's wearing. I did not make. This is a Sparkle Girls outfit for $2 from Walmart, which is actually not too bad. But I've been wanting to make little dresses, and there's a lot of free patterns online. This, I don't know if I brought the pattern or not. Oh, I don't remember. I'll try to remember to put the link to the comments if I find it, but it's a very basic pattern, and here's, it's lined, so there's two pieces, you stitch them together, you turn them inside out, and then you,
Is it reversible?
it's not reversible. What I'm going to have to do, this is the, in fact, this is going to be the back of it, and here are the little holes, and then, so as you can see, I'm working on it. I'm not sure about my machine. I actually brought this to show my mom today because the stitching is a little uneven, and I don't know if it's me because I haven't sewn in a while, or maybe I don't know if there's something wrong with the tension of my machine.
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of. I don't know if you can see it online, but or on the. It's straight, but then when you turn it over here,
It's kind of wiggly.
it's like
It's like the bobbin
curvy.
part, the bottom, because you have, when you're sewing, you have the top is the top thread comes from the spool, and then the bottom thread comes from the bobbin. The bobbin side is wavy, and I don't know why. And I
Kinda like
even
this.
rewound it because one of the, in the book that comes with the machine, it said something about how if it was uneven tension, that maybe your bobbin is not evenly wound. And
I don't
so,
think it's tension though.
yeah, I don't think so either, because otherwise it doesn't look
I've
too
had
bad.
problems with tension before, and it seems like the bottom, it's you see your stitch, and then the loops that go over the stitch are like a high up, like, and that does not that doesn't look like that.
Anywho, this was, yeah, so this, I'm going to try to make some more of these. It is staying together, and when I turn it inside out, it looks fine. So, like, because that's going to be what's going to be seen, is that part here. And so, anyway, keep a lookout on my YouTube channel for more about this, but it was challenging as far, because you have to keep a very small, what is that called? Not an inseam, but a seam allowance, because they're little.
Yeah.
So normally, like on a human's clothes, your seam allowance might be 5/8 of an inch.
Right.
And with these, I think you want to be like 1/4 of an inch. And so it's, yeah, very, very delicate work. So, but I'm going to still go for it. I'm almost done. I think I can finish this dress probably this weekend, because it did stitch together. I have to turn it inside out and finish it by hand a little bit, and put a couple snaps
I
on it.
wonder if you
You know,
could
if you can see,
zigzag
like-
it.
I thought, maybe I'll try that, because it's just that if yeah, I'll have to think about that, because like this. So basically, I'm finishing it and stitching
Right.
it at the same time, like a serger type stitch.
And yeah,
But you can see, like this, the size wise, this is nice, and this, I have all these little small scraps of material that I can use to make these little dresses like that. So that's in progress. Another in progress thing I have, and again, I think I did show this last time. Yeah, this is another.
is this Cocoa Beach?
No, this is not. This is,
It's like raspberry.
yeah, I showed this last time. It is Pretty Young Thing is the colorway. It's from Lolo Did It. Lolo Did It. And I have to blame the Grocery Girls podcast, because they make me buy stuff. Especially this, who is it? Tracy and Jody is their name. And Tracy, she's pretty, makes me buy stuff too, but Jody, everything, I want to buy everything Jody buys.
Darn that girl.
I got to copy her. And so she had shown this skein, and Lolo Did It, Pretty Young Thing, and I just loved it. And yeah, so I'm just
Beautiful
doing
colors.
a little, yeah, I mean, I'm doing two, the same kind of thing I did. I got two skeins, and I'm going to make one for you if you want this. Yeah. So, yeah. Because
Yes,
I know
I
she
do.
likes these colors.
Yeah,
These
oh,
are
yeah.
definitely. But it's it's a good, TV knitting. You don't have to, think too much. And these are just Knit Pick, nickel-plated circulars. I think they're 5mm that I'm doing them on, so that's not a big whoop-de-doo. So that's my knitting. Love that yarn, the Lolo Did It yarn. I think she has different types of yarn, and you can, when you pick, she's on Etsy. And when you normally, and this was a pre-order, but she usually will have like a colorway that you pre-order, and then underneath it she'll say you can get it in sock weight, you can get it in worsted, you know, all these different options. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I just got normal sock weight, so it's 25 nylon, 75% wool. Just
Okay.
FYI.
And Lolo
but
did it?
Lolo did it. Yeah,
I like that.
LO did it, and I don't have her
Ooh.
ball band with
What are
me.
you doing? Love that color. Yellow. I'm a yellow person.
Oh yeah, this is a granny square, but it's the straight. It's so yeah, you can see it better that way. So you know how, because a normal granny square, I always like to have a granny square going on, but one of my beefs with them is that it's square.
Right.
So like if you want to make a blanket that would go, say, on a bed that is a rectangular bed, you have a square blanket on a rectangular bed. And I was watching a Homespun House podcast, and Molly, who's the podcaster there, who makes beautiful yarn and beautiful bags, and she's like super pretty and talented, and you really want to, I want to hate her, but I can't, you know, because she seems so sweet, but she seems like she's got this idyllic life, and she's a very good knitter, and you know, beautiful. She dyes yarn now and sells it. But she was talking about this, and I was like, I couldn't even believe I had never even heard of a straight.
Well, see, I've done
square.
that. In fact, I
I
have
never heard of it.
a blanket that I made, but I did different colors, and it was just the cheap red heart because I wasn't for sure it was going to work. Which now I wish I had better yarn, but
Right.
um,
This is, and by the way, this is Bernat. This is Bernat baby yarn.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's sport weight. So it's, you know, and I'm using a size G hook.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
remember what size it is, but what I did is I picked out. I just went to the store and I said, I like that color. Just pick the colors I like,
Mhm.
and I did this, and I went like 5 across with one color.
Oh.
Then I changed colors 5 across, and it's
Yeah,
It's the
I was thinking
same
about that
thing.
too. This would look really good if you striped it with different colors.
That's what- yeah.
This is going to be a donated. The yarn I'm using is actually from some stash from my craft club, and we had somebody donated tons of yarn recently. And this actually I think I bought in 2011 when I first started the club, and we did make some baby stuff for a while, but we still we're still small, and so I thought, well, I wanted to make some for the Linus Project. Is it Linus Project, where you make blankets for the kids and then you
Okay.
donate them, and
Right.
there's a drop-off place. And so I've made a couple and I haven't dropped them off. I want to make like half a dozen and then make one trip and drop them off, because it's not a place that's near. It's in my area, but not like down the street from me. You know,
Right.
So I could make a trip over there. So that's what this is going to be, and this is again something that you can just do when you're mindless, you know, feel good, you're tired, whatever. This is a good, yeah. Like I said, I couldn't believe I've never heard of this before.
Oh, really? Huh.
What planet?
Well,
I'm on, I don't know. But.
I thought I made it up. I guess I didn't. Oh, well.
No, yeah, I mean, after she mentioned it on the Homespun House, I googled it, and there's all kinds of stuff. It's called a straight stitch granny square, I believe it's
You
called.
know, it's funny how you think you come up with something like, you know, my guitar string bracelets. I thought I came up with that, but no. Well, I did, but
Well, you did.
everybody
without-
did before
right,
me.
Right, exactly. So yeah, so I guess that's my in progress stuff, and yeah, that's kind of all I'm working on right now. What about you? What do you got going on? What are you
Well,
cooking up?
I have been invited to do a craft show in our area in the end of October. And so I am going to be working on stuff. Most of the things that I plan to sell are going to be earrings, just because they're small, they're inexpensive. Everybody wears earrings.
Yeah.
And I am going to make a lot of these alligator gar earrings and crystals, but there'll be some other earrings.
Yeah, so you should make some
too.
stuff like this too for
Right,
the guys,
for the
women to
guys.
buy for guys.
Exactly. And then also I'm thinking about, I was talking to my sister about this, my guitar string bracelets. I love these, and I really want to sell them on my Etsy shop, but the problem is, okay, I have a very tiny wrist. And some people, they'll have a tiny wrist but big hands, or they'll have big hands and a big wrist, or whatever. And so everybody's different. And
Yeah,
I know
bracelets are a bear
and
to
it-
fit.
unless it's a memory wire bracelet,
I hate it.
I
Yeah.
steer way away. But I thought, well, maybe I can just bring my jewelry making supplies, clean guitar strings,
Right.
and then if somebody comes up, and I'll have some to buy.
Right.
But if they're like, oh, would you make me one? maybe I'll just make it right there.
I think that'd be
custom
kind of
fit.
cool.
And they can even, maybe I'll have some they can pick out beads. I say, I've got pearls and crystals. Do you want pearls and crystals? Do you want plain? Haven't decided. I don't want to get too complicated, so I may not do that. But,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Yeah.
I thought that would be fun to do. So I'm kind of working on the logistics of that. So,
I think that would be cool. And when is that going to be?
I think it's October 22nd.
That's a good time for a show.
I think it's at the end of October, so it's it's before Christmas. Oh, and I will have my guitar string Christmas ornaments.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
those are very popular.
Yeah,
That's
so
a good idea.
and I'll have those set up with a Christmas tree and all, so people can see them and buy them.
Yeah, cool.
And I have them on my Etsy shop too. I don't have any right now, but
Yeah, she's
I
traveling
will.
right now.
Yeah.
I mean, though you could, like, if somebody bought something, you could ship it, couldn't you?
oh yeah, I could ship
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I have my shop on vacation right now, but
Okay.
but if you go to my Tapping Flamingo Bling Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
you can contact me, and if there's something you want me
Yeah,
to do,
because she
I
makes
can.
sales through theirs Facebook too, not just through. I know quite a few people. I mean, it seems like it's easier sometimes if somebody contacts you through Facebook. If
Yeah,
they
and-
want something unique,
Right,
you
and
know.
then I can put it on Etsy.
Yeah.
Like for instance, say, you want me to make you one of these or whatever. I can make it, stick it on my Etsy shop with your name on it. You
Yeah,
go
it's a
there and
reserve
purchase it.
thing.
Yeah, reserve it just for you. And I'm kind of thinking I have an Instagram too, Tapping Flamingo Instagram, and is it Tapping Flamingo or Tapping Flamingo Bling? I don't remember, but anyway.
Yeah, I think you're Tapping Flamingo Bling on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
am too now to think about. But anyway,
What about acquisitions?
acquisitions.
Show me with
Oh.
semi-acquisition. It's art related.
This is art. Okay.
It's cute.
There
Finish
is
it.
this shop that I went in a long time ago down at Cocoa Village, Florida, and this lady does artwork, and I wanted everything in there. And every time I come to visit my mom and dad, we go downtown, and I try to avoid that because it's really hard for me to.
Do you remember the name of the
I
shop?
don't
Does she
remember
have it
the
on
shop.
The back of this?
Well, her name is Carolyn Seiler Studio, Seiler.
Carolyn CarolynSeiler Studio. You guys will
Right.
probably want to buy this.
Yes.
Let me see.
So anyway, my other sister, Tracy, my birthday's in a couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
And she bought me a birthday present from there. Well, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
Anybody who follows me will go, oh my goodness. Look at this. There we go.
That is so cute.
And this is a Carnival cruise ship. It even says Carnival on it. Flamingos.
that is hilarious. That is so funny.
Palm tree. I mean, this is me.
Yeah. Yep. And artsy craftsy people need to support each other by
Yes, they
buying
do.
artsy craftsy stuff from each other. So this is so fun. Yeah.
Yep. But I will be going home and framing it. I haven't decided if I'm going to frame it. Now, normally you would think, oh, you could put that in your craft room. This is going out where everybody can see it
Yes.
in the living room,
Yeah.
which I'm so grateful that I have a husband who doesn't care. But I do have a lot of beachy type stuff in my
That'll
house.
fit in,
It'll
yeah.
fit in perfectly. But I'm thinking either maybe black or pink, or just getting some type of a frame that looks like driftwood.
Yeah, I think I would
So-
just bring that to their, your framing
Yeah.
place and just kind of walk around and see what looks
they
good
have.
with it. Something because
Yeah.
they could have something you're not even thinking about.
Exactly.
But the black would definitely look good to make the
It'll
colors
make it
pop out. Yeah.
Mhm. But anyway, that's my.
I don't have any. I actually have ordered all kinds of stuff lately, but nothing should have been. I've ordered some Madeline Tosh yarn from Madeline Tosh, and which I did not. Another podcaster, Laura Lee. She does the Knits and Beads podcast. Or it's actually Lorelei, I think is the way.
Lorelei,
Is
yeah.
it Lorelei? She
Yeah.
says it. I don't know why I want to call it Laura Lee, but call her Laura Lee. But it's Lorelei Yurdo. She has the Knits and Beads podcast, and at one time she mentioned something about buying from them, and I was like, you can buy Madeline Tosh online from Madeline Tosh. That was bad. So I've ordered some yarn from them. I just ordered it the other day. And what's interesting with them though, because I was like, well, then I kind of felt bad because I want to support my not so local yarn shop too, and I almost always buy some of that when I'm over there. And they don't have the same stuff. Like if you, they sell some things that they sell to yarn shops you can't buy through them
Oh, really?
if you don't have a yarn shop. And then they have stuff that you can buy that's different. So I thought that makes sense. That's a good that's a good idea. So I have some Dolly stuff coming. What else? I have some beads coming. Yeah. So
a lot of stuff coming. So stay tuned.
Yeah, look out. Yeah. Yeah, but I got a little I won't go into it in detail, but I got a freelance job recently that gave me a little extra money that I hadn't planned on, so I'm kind of blowing it all, you know.
Hey,
it's not a lot, you know, but it's enough to where I'm, you know, buying some more crafty stuff. So otherwise, that's kind of it. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, you guys. Have you got anything else you want to add?
No.
All right. She's again on Tapping Flamingo, so you have a YouTube channel, Facebook page, all that good stuff, right?
Right. It's either Tapping Flamingo or Tapping Flamingo Bling. I've got, I have an Etsy shop, Instagram, YouTube channel, a blog.
Yeah, she does. In fact, on her, her YouTube channel, she does jewelry stuff, crafty stuff, and a cruise stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to go on a cruise, definitely it's a good place to stop by and get some information on that.
And of course, you can find Tapping Flamingo on Facebook.
Yeah, yep, definitely. And of course, I'm over at TammyPally.com and also Tammy Pally over on YouTube. That's it.
Check us out.
All right. You guys have a nice day. Thank you so much for stopping by. And
have a great day.
Keep on crafting. Bye-bye.